Grab your popcorn, kick back and relax, because it's time for some more Carnage. In today's video, I've got something you guys have been asking for quite some time actually. You guys wanted to see some player versus player attacks from me, and because I only have 3 GBE statues. Only 3, and a lot of you guys wanted to see how I deal with stuff with only that little. So I've got some unboosted attacks to show you guys against some people with a reasonable amount of ice. I think you guys will enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it. This first one's actually the attack I wanted to show first. You can see I'm unboosted there. I do have a ridiculous amount of troop damage, so keep that in mind. So, one thing you guys will note about this guy, he didn't have a second prototype. He has a shield generator up the top, and that's pretty much it. He does have... How many statues does he have? He has 4, 8... So he has 10. He only had the 2 ice statues, the masterpieces. And I don't think they were boosted. Oh, okay, the troop health was boosted. Sorry, the building health was boosted up. So, that's still a good amount of ice for someone that's unboosted like myself. But, let's see how I do this. So, I've taken out the 2 rockets. The reason for that is, my medics aren't going to be able to out-heal too much. So, I'm dropping 1 boat of riflemen to the side there. It's like sacrificial, almost. So, everything like fires on that. Now I'm going to bring them up. You can see that shock launcher got 1 extra shot in than I was anticipating. So I had to drop 1 more smoke than I would have really liked to have. But I still got my troops up there. And now I'm only dealing with the 1 rocket. And my troops are already right next to it. So that rocket's not going to last long. My Cryoneers will slow down its fire. So I don't have to worry too much about that. I dropped critters and the shock. The shock takes care of the mortar and like the rocket and pretty much everything that was a threat, and the critters was just distracting the shock launcher. My troops are clearing forward right now, but sort of at the wrong angle. I wanted them to be a little higher than that when they cleared, so maybe a bit of a bad flare placement by me. Maybe that flare at the kill spot should have been a bit higher, so they would have naturally walked into that shock launcher without me reflaring. One problem with people who reflare like that is when you do so, you leave yourself very vulnerable to splash damage buildings. So anything like a rocket or a shock launcher, if it fires on you, because you're regrouping, if it gets you at that like moment of opportunity, you're going to lose a lot. And when you're using Zookas, you're probably going to lose a lot of your Zookas, and that's going to cripple your attack. So I went up for that shield generator just because I noticed my troops probably weren't going to get the kill if I let them be. So we killed that, and now we're at the core, and it's only a matter of time before I kill it. There's not really anything that can stop me, so just getting that kill, grinding away, and boom, there it goes. So that was probably the easier base of the 2, if I'm being honest. I think what killed me there was my planning. The flare at the kill spot should have been higher. I should have went straight for the shield generator and then the HQ. I shouldn't have let them sort of farm away like they did. That's the only 2 mistakes I made though, so that's not too bad. If it had a shock blaster underneath the HQ, like I'm guessing it normally would have for that guy, I probably would have used hookah. Because then my heavies would have soaked up that damage quite nicely. So yeah, that was the first one. Let's see if I can find the other one. Did I share it? It doesn't look like I did. No, I didn't. That's weird. I thought I shared that. Where is it? Was it Boomer? Maybe it was Boomer. Yeah, this was the guy. So, this guy had more ice than the last one. I think. Did he? No, he had less. Okay. But this guy actually had a shock blaster level 3 at the top. So I remember this guy was actually worrying me. I was worried I wasn't going to beat him. Because I was going to try, like... I don't know if you guys know who this YouTuber is. By the way, I am still rocking my Cryo RZM. So, flaring just so hopefully my troops spread out naturally through the base. And I've taken out the 2 rockets that were at the front. So I don't have any splash damage that really affects me. Other than this mortar and flamethrower. But one medkit, my troops combined with my Cryoneer's slowing down effect should be able to handle that perfectly. So now when the shock launchers lay into me, there's not going to be a whole lot that'll stop me. Though the one thing that did bother me was my timing on these critters. I just could not keep these shock launchers for the life of me. Like, for the life of me, I just couldn't keep these shock launchers preoccupied. They just kept laying into me. And I know there's high level players like Ryan, if you've ever heard of Ryan. That guy is a legend. Like, he comes from Australia, I'm pretty sure, because I've seen him on the Australian leaderboards locally. He almost, I think the top he ever made was ranked 3 in the world. If you guys remember back that far. But that guy is amazing. He has his own YouTube channel, and he just finished posting a video where he beat 9... He had a guy with 9 ice statues, and the masterpieces were boosted. He only had 3 masterpieces for offense. No guardians, so basically that's the troop damage, troop health, and GBE masterpiece. That's all he had, and he still beat him. And the guy did have prototypes, by the way. Pretty sure he had prototypes. But anyway, that's like sickening to me. And that's sort of like where I'm trying to get to in the game. Like, I know I'm a good player, and I have a lot of skills, but like, there's a really big gap between someone like that and me. Like, I feel like I know what they're doing, I just can't get the timing perfect like they do. I feel like that's where the big difference is. And you'd think that timing wouldn't mean much in the end of the day, but yeah, apparently it really does. It's a huge difference. So that's the other guy I beat. Is that all I got? Oh, that's not nice. Okay, let's go through the chat again. Let's see if I got anything else. Get this other stuff off my map. I don't like that. I try to click away and I just can't get rid of it off my screen. I was sort of hoping I'd find some harder bases that I did unboosted before. But apparently I can't find them. So I suppose I can show you this one. So I GBE'd that. I basically dropped 2 barrage and then artillery until I kill it. So now the base is without a shield generator. I dropped the critters just so I don't have to smoke too much early, and I don't have to deal with that that boom cannon. And I place my smokes very carefully. I do, or at least I try to. So you can see that one I didn't do too well. I should have spaced out that one I placed on the flamethrower a little further forward, so I would have saved one smoke. I also didn't have to drop that first one at the beach where I did. So there's a little room for improvement. But for a base with a shield generator and only 3 GBE statues, I still beat it. I mean, I was boosted, which is unfortunate that I was boosted to take that out. I could have done it unboosted. Actually, I guess I can show you this one. Or was it this guy? Yeah. So this guy this guy actually, I found a bit of humor in him. He had 2 ice statues, a laser beam, and a damage amp. And I loved this guy's base. I really did, because there was no hidden mines at all. And the moment I took out that boom mine, that's really all I had to take out. Like, the stuff I did around the HQ, I didn't have to do that. I just did that because I had the energy to, so it's like, well, why not? You can see how much smoke I'm dropping here. So much more than what I needed. But I was trying to get this guy flawless, like without any losses at all. And I don't actually know. I think I lost one to the sniper tower on the right. I think that's where my loss came from. Oh no, it was the boom cannon top right. Okay. I saw it fire then. But yeah, just critters, shocks, stuff like that. I get it. And it was so effortless. So effortless. When you have this much troop damage, stuff just comes so easy. Don't want to watch that. Or at least not on video. I did watch that earlier. I'm so surprised. I had so much more attacks than this. Is there anything on my map? Oh, this guy. Okay. I'll scout this guy. I'll see if I can beat him unboosted. And we'll do that live. I don't like... Okay. So he doesn't have any ice. Okay. Well, I could take out the shock blaster and the rocket at the same time. And I'll take out this rocket because it's damage boosted. I don't have to take out that shock launcher because we'll make our kill spot the left of the HQ. So that'll save us some GBE. We'll sort of smoke in front of this stuff and we'll let our troops kill the shock launcher and rocket. And we'll crit out so they can spread out and take out the mines for us. Well, that sounds like a plan. This guy doesn't have good coverage. Sorry for that message that just popped up. I don't know why that happened. I think because I just slightly touched a cord that's coming out of my phone. That's like, it goes into my phone like to record. Oh, what? Oh, rubbish. Okay. We'll have to redo that. That message popping up really messed me up. I couldn't get the placement right. 2 1 2 3. Boom, there we go. Now we need to take out this rocket. So one barrage probably won't do it. It never does with these maxed out rockets. But apparently we went clutch on that barrage. So let's drop a critter box, one here, and the rest of our troops on the other side. That went really well, actually. We'll smoke up there. We'll let a few of our riflemen get hit. Save us some GBE. And we'll drop one here. And then we'll go boom, boom. There we go. Now, all our troops should be well covered. My smoking, although I kept my troops well covered, I didn't let my troops get damaged enough. So I'm going to have to critter box there to save my medics. Typically, you want to let your riflemen get hit a little bit, just so your medics stay in the middle of the pile, rather than where they did with me. Because if they're not hurt enough, they stay at the back of your group, and then you lose a heap of them to like boom cannons or snipers or cannons or whatever sort of around the area. And we'll shock those mortars. Mortars are like your worst enemy when it comes to RZM. And that's why we have cryoneers. We slow them down, reduces their rate of fire. Oh shit, that one killed a couple of my Zookas. But you can see how much GBE I got remaining. I can shock like crazy right now. Boom, 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 boom. So I just dropped 3 shock bombs that I didn't even need. So you can see if that base had like 4 ice statues, for example, I still would have taken that out and it would have been like no problem at all. So yeah, I think that's everyone on my map right now. I do have a supply chest, so I'll open that. Magma shards. Let's finish that. 72 Power Stone chance. Oh my god. You guys don't know this, but the best I've ever gotten Power Stone chance wise is 69. I have never gotten anything higher than that, so that is a relief to see that. And we're going to finish off that magma thing there. Troop health 12. I do not want a troop health. But you know what? Should I store that? Yeah, I'll store that just in case I want to go troop health later on in the future. And swap out some of my troop damage. I really don't think that's going to be the case. But if I get close to a masterpiece for a red, I might just drop that anyway. Yeah. So that's been a video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Apologies for not being able to attack many more people with more ice than this. For some reason, the 900 VP range just isn't what it used to be. The amount of ice I see now is quite rare. Most of the people only have like 2 or 3 ice statues, so it's hard to practice with if you want to get better. But at this point, I'm just looking at my losses and being like, okay, where did I go wrong? Try to become more efficient, and then when I get a harder base, I can be like, boom, take it out, no problem. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing just some of the stuff I do unboosted. I know though 1 or 2 of those attacks at the end with warriors was boosted up, so I apologize for that. But I hope you guys could enjoy that content, seeing how I do stuff, how I deal with my GBE, and seeing just how valuable red statues are. I mean, you've seen how effortless this was for me, unboosted. I could clear, if I had the time, as many times as I wanted in a day. I could constantly keep my map clear, and I don't even have to boost to do it. So, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, tell me what you thought down below. Always love hearing from you guys. I really do enjoy talking to you lot. So, yeah. I hope to see you guys in the next one.